everyone, welcome back to the second episode. Evening Taekook's apartment. The apartment was quiet that night. Taehyung sat by the window staring out at the city lights. Jungkook walked in, placing two mugs of chocolate beside him. Jungkook, you didn't eat dinner again? Taehyung softly, didn't feel like it. Jungkook, you always stop eating when you are stressed. Taehyung looking at him. I tired but one thing. I have worked hard for this job. I love teaching, but now it feels like I ruined everything. Jungkook sitting beside him. You didn't ruin anything. You told the truth. The truth doesn't always save us, Jungkook, but it makes us breathe. He looked at him for a long moment before finally then whispering, when did you get so wise, Jungkook? He's smirking. When I married you, Tae laughed quietly, brushing Jungkook's cheek with his tongue. I wish I could kiss you right now, Jungkook. You know, you can. No one is watching. Tae clenched and pressed herself to Jungkook's forehead. They stay silent for a while, sipping cocoa, watching the city glow. Next day, university auditorium, a special meeting was held. The students and professors gathered as the dean addressed the incident. Dean, we have looked into the matter of Professor Kim and student Jian. The relationship between a professor and student is equally complex, but since Mr. Jian is an adult, there is no evidence of favoritism. The board has decided. Jungkook held his breath and squeezed his hand discreetly under the table. Then Professor Kim Taehyung will return to his classes. After a short administrative warning that filled the room, then applause. Some students even cheered him and whispering from the audience, "She told you the truth will love wins." Taehyung smiled faintly, relief folded in his face. Jungkook's eyes welled up. Jungkook softly, "Hey, we did it." Taehyung smiling, "No, you did it. You stood by me." After the meeting outside, reporters and curious students surrounded them. Taehyung held Jungkook's hand proudly. Reporter, "Mr. Professor Kim, you confirming that you and Mr. Jian are married?" Taehyung, "Yes, and I'm not ashamed of it." Reporter, "Wouldn't this affect your career? Taehyung loves students to try a career. It should make life stronger." Jungkook smiled at him, proud, touched in love. Flashback 3 months ago. It was midnight. Jungkook was sketching while Taehyung cooked dinner and they were broke. Tired but happy. Jungkook yawning, "You think you will ever stop hiding?" Taehyung, "Someday, Jungkook, we promise." Taehyung softly, "I promise. When that day comes, I will tell the whole world that you are mine." President campus courtyard. Now that day had came, students gathered around at Jungkook and Taehyung walked hand in hand through the same courtyard where it all began, where Jungkook had proposed, where everything had exploded. Jungkook proposed them awkwardly. Jungkook, "Professor Kim, Jungkook, I wanted to say sorry. I didn't mean to cause trouble." Taehyung, smiling politely, "It's fine, Mr. Han. No hard feelings." Jungkook gently, "It wasn't your fault, Jungkook." Jungkook smiled and relayed. Then he returned to Jungkook and bowed deeply before leaving. Taehyung slipped his hand around Jungkook's waist while teasing Taehyung, "I was jealous for nothing." Jungkook smiling, "Yes, you own him an apology." Taehyung grinning, "Maybe, but I own you a lifetime of first." Jungkook blushed and looked away. Jungkook, "You are impossible." Taehyung, "You love impossible things like me." They both laughed. Later at home that evening, their apartment glowed with soft light and quiet peace. Taehyung was cooking again, this time not burning anything. Jungkook teaching, "Looks edible tonight." Taehyung smirking, "I'm improving, Jungkook, because you were scared I would make you eat your own burnt toast." Taehyung laughing exactly. They sat down together, finally relaxed. Jungkook leaned his head on Taehyung's shoulder. "Jungkook, do you regret it?" Taehyung surprised, "What?" Jungkook, in public, losing your job for a while, everyone knowing now. Taehyung turned to face him as gentle Taehyung, not even for a second. Jungkook really Taehyung, because now when I walk through campus and see you, I don't have to pretend. Jungkook is smiling softly. You are such a romantic Taehyung, and you love that. Jungkook, I really do. Taehyung took Jungkook's hand and pressed it against his chest. And this heart beats for you always. Jungkook blushed, whispering back, Jungkook, then I'll make sure it never stops. They leaned closer until their forehead touched. No fear, no secret, just love. First rooftop next morning, the sun was rising. Taehyung stood beside Jungkook, looking over the campus. They both loved. Jungkook smiling, feels different now, Taehyung, because we are not hiding anymore. Jungkook, because we survived it together. Taehyung slipped his arm around his shoulder. Taehyung, they can talk, they can whisper, they can just, but at the end of the day, Jungkook finishing softly. We go home together. They smile at each other. The morning light warming their faces, and for the first time in months, everything felt right. University 1 month later, the campus had calmed down. The gossip had once spread like wildfire, had slowly faded into quiet acceptance. Now, when Jungkook and Taehyung walked by, most students smiled instead of whispering. Some even greeted them warmly. Student, good morning, Professor Kim. Taehyung nodding politely, good morning. The student B whispering to Jungkook, you are so lucky, Jungkook. Jungkook blushing, he is still skating in class, you know. Taehyung heard that but smiled, pretending not to. Jungkook noticed and muttered under his breath, I saw that smart, Professor. Guilty meeting room. The dean stood at the podium looking around the groups of teacher team. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge Project Team for handling the recent situation maturely. The board has decided to update our relationship policy as long as there is no favoritism. Personal relationships are not forbidden. Applause filled the room. Team voted slightly. His heart felt light for the first time in months. Colleague is smiling. You really changed the system, Kim. Taehyung is smiling back. Sometimes love makes us braver than rules. Artist studio afternoon. Jungkook was working on a large canvas for the upcoming university art exhibition. He stood in front of it. The painting showed a man standing under the lamp post, looking up at the window filled with warm light, eyes full of love, and Jungkook murmuring, the man who waited. He didn't hear them walk in until arms wrapped around his waist from behind him softly. So this is what's been stealing from husband's attention. Jungkook smiling sadly. Jungkook, don't distract me, Taehyung teasing. Hard not to when you are wearing that paint-colored shirt. You look like a mess. Jungkook turning around. A handsome mess. Taehyung grinning. My favorite kind. They both laughed. Taehyung leaned down, pressing his forehead against Jungkook's. Taehyung softly, this is painting about us. Jungkook, maybe. Taehyung, the man waiting, was that me? Jungkook nodding, and you waited for me every day. Through rumors, fears, and judgment, this is you. Taehyung's smile fluttered, his eyes softened with emotion. Taehyung, you're amazing, Kook. Jungkook, I had the best teacher. They stayed like that for a moment, wrapped in quiet love and the faint smell of paint. Flashback 2 years ago, Jungkook was the first year student, nervous and late for his art theory class. He rushed into it on the wire and dropped his sketchbook. The whole class laughed. Only one man didn't. Taehyung was standing from the desk, careful there. He helped Jungkook pick up his papers, their hands bruised. Taehyung is smiling kindly. Don't rush through life, Mr. John. Even Mistakes can be beautiful. That was the first time Jungkook saw Professor Kim smile, and that smile had never left his heart since. Present Taehyung's apartment evening. Taehyung walked into the living room holding two bowls of ramen. Jungkook was curled up on the couch, sketching Taehyung playfully. Dinner, artist? Jungkook grinning. It's your turn to cook tomorrow. Taehyung depends. Did you like this one? Jungkook, it's edible, so yes. Taehyung plunged and sat beside him. You have been quiet lately. Something bothering you? Jungkook hesitated before speaking softly. Jungkook, the exhibition is coming soon. What if people still judge us? Taehyung gently, then we show them what love looks like in colors. Jungkook smiling faintly. You always sound poetic. Taehyung shrugging. You married a poet. Indeed. They both laughed. Jungkook rested his head on Taehyung's shoulder. The quiet hum of the city lights filling the space. Next morning, University Art Hall, posters of an annual art exhibition theme, Truth and Emotion, decorated with walls. Students were sitting up there. Artworks, Jungkook painting The Man Who Waited. He stood at the center. People paused to admire it. It's beautiful. There is so much emotion in it. Is that supposed to be Professor Kim? Jungkook flushed, pretending not to hear. Taehyung walked in soon after, dressed neatly in white shirt and black coat. His gaze immediately found Jungkook. Taehyung nervous? Jungkook smiling faintly, terrified. Taehyung, don't be. You are already won my heart. Jungkook pouting. That doesn't count. Taehyung, it does in my world. Later, exhibition opening ceremony, the dean stood on the stage, microphone in hand. Every artist here has expressed truth through emotion, and no one did it more beautifully than Mr. Jungkook. The audience applauded. Jungkook paused for a moment before stepping up to the stage. Jung's eyes gleamed with pride as he watched it from the front row. Jungkook is speaking softly. Art is about truth, and for a long time I had mine. But now, every color I paint is because someone taught me that love doesn't need to hide. This painting is for him, for the man who waited for me, even when the world said he shouldn't. He looked directly at Taehyung, their eyes met, full of love, unspoken words, and years of silence, promises. Applause thundered through the hall. After the ceremony, Jungkook stood by the painting, smiling as students come up to congratulate him. Student 1. Jungkook, your painting made me cry. Student 2. You and Professor Kim are my favorite couple now. Jungkook laughing. Thank you. When everyone left, Taehyung walked up to him quietly, hands in pockets, said, Taehyung, you almost made me cry too. Jungkook teasing, almost? Taehyung smiling, fine, I cried a little. Jungkook grinning, good. Then my heart worked. Taehyung curved his face gently. Taehyung softly, you have come so far to tease. Jungkook, we did, together. Flashback, wedding day, a small room in quiet city office. No fancy suits, no guest, no magic, just two people trembling hands and a piece of paper registered. Do you both agree to this union? Jungkook whispering at her. They look at each other, eyes teary, heart pounding. After signing, Jungkook leaned forward whispering, Jungkook, now we are stuck with me. Professor Kim, Taehyung smiling, I will gladly fill every role for you. That memory still fresh every time they held hands. Present rooftop at night. The exhibition had ended. The city lights popped below as Jungkook and Taehyung sat on the rooftop with a blanket and 2 cups of coffee. Jungkook, I can't believe it's all over. The stress, the hiding, the fear. Taehyung, and now? Jungkook, now I just feel Taehyung is smiling, freedom. Jungkook, you too. Professor Kim Taehyung said, you can call me husband now. No students is around. Jungkook grinning, okay, husband. Taehyung's smile wooden. Taehyung said again, Jungkook husband. Taehyung once more, Jungkook laughing, husband. They both burst into laughter, the sound gushing under the stars. Later, inside the apartment was cozy. A wall decorated with art pieces, photo and little notes stuck on the fridge. Jungkook sat on the couch while Taehyung played with his hair. Taehyung quietly, when I first met you, I never thought you would become my whole life. Jungkook softly, when I first met you, I just wanted to class. Taehyung laughing, and now, Jungkook, now I just want to grow old with you. Taehyung smiled, eyes warm and full of love. Taehyung, you will be painting by I nag you about eating vegetables. Jungkook pouting, you already do that. Taehyung, practice for the future. They both giggled, leaning into each other, flashback after the kiss in public, right after Taehyung had kissed him in front of everyone. Jungkook had pulled him into the empty staff lounge, picking Jungkook, panicking. Jungkook, hey, what are you doing? Taehyung calmly, I told the truth to him, but he still gave back. Jungkook blushing, that's not the joke. Taehyung is smiling, is it to me? Jungkook had tried to stay angry, but the way Taehyung's eyes soft and full of love and apology made his heart melt. He knew that no matter what happened, they would survive together. Korean night time bedroom. Jungkook lay in bed, scrolling his phone, and a new article popped up. Professor Kim and student Jian, the couple who changed university rules for love, he showed it to Taehyung. Jungkook excitedly, look, they wrote about us. Taehyung teasing, I should start charging for interviews. Jungkook rolling eyes, you would talk too seriously. They would fall asleep. Taehyung pretending to be offended. Excuse me, I am very charming. Jungkook, so husband. Taehyung smiled, leaning closer. Taehyung still sounds nice. Jungkook blushing, hiding his face under the blanket. Taehyung laughing softly, don't hurt, baby. Jungkook muffled, stop teasing. Taehyung playful, whispering, never. They both laughed until Jungkook finally pushed out, eyes warm. Jungkook quietly, thank you for never giving up on me. Taehyung, thank you for giving me something worth fighting for. Their fingers intertwined under the blanket, fitting perfectly like they always had. Next morning, university courtyard. It was the same courtyard where everything began. Now sunlight filtered through the trees, warm and golden. While walking Jungkook to class as he always used to, except now he didn't have to pretend they were strangers. The students smiling good morning, Professor Jian and Kim. Both froze, they burst into laughter. Jungkook laughing, Professor Jian, I kinda like that. Taehyung is nothing, don't get ideas. They walk hand in hand, the world finally kind to them. Evening home balcony, the sky turned orange. Taehyung leaned on the railing while Jungkook painting the sunset. Taehyung, what are you painting now? Jungkook artist. Taehyung curious, how does this look? Jungkook is smiling like you smile at me. Taehyung's heart melted instantly. He wrapped an arm around Jungkook's shoulders. Taehyung softly, you will make me cry again. Jungkook giggling, you are so emotional for a scary professor. Taehyung, only for you. They stood there quietly, the sun setting, the air full of warmth and love. 1 year later, Art Exhibition 2.0. A new exhibition, a new semester, and Jungkook was now an art assistant at the university. Taehyung stood proudly beside him as they presented a new project. Two perspective of love. Reporters asked questions, cameras flashed, and students clapped when the event ended. Tae turned to Jungkook. Taehyung, we did it again. Jungkook together, like always. Taehyung, you know what I love the most about us? Jungkook is smiling back. Taehyung, that even after everything, we still laugh like we did the first time. Jungkook, leaning closer, and we still kiss like it's the last. Taehyung is smiling, embracing Jungkook's cheek. Taehyung softly, then let's keep doing that forever. Jungkook nodding, whispering back, Jungkook forever. As applause echoes in background, Jungkook gently, not in secret this time, but proudly, lovingly in front of everyone. And this time, nobody guessed. Just they smiled because love like that deserves to be seen in the end. Hope you enjoyed it. Do you have anything in your mind? You can comment me down. Also, for the requested video, I will work on it soon. Please wait for it, and I will upload it as soon as I am done with writing it. Okay, see you again. Bye bye. Love you. Bye.